New at 5, a Valentine's Day wedding at Drury University that's all about serendipity, the feeling that something was just meant to be. Joe Hickman has a love story almost a half century in the making.
Finding that special person in the second half of life is an extraordinary gift.
At Drury Stone Chapel, 65-year-old Kathy Shudler and 66-year-old Dirk Fisher are tying the knot in a marriage born of Facebook, not a dating app, but a Facebook reunion page from Moline, Illinois High School. They attended together back in the 1970s.
We were acquainted with each other. We'd say hi in the hallways, but beyond that, it's not like we dated.
So they went on with their lives. Dirk remaining in Moline as a father of 5, eventually divorcing, and Kathy raising 4 children in West Plains before moving to Springfield when her husband needed medical care.
I had lost my husband from a terminal disease, so I was feeling lonely, and I was wondering, where are my friends that I was going to high school with, and I wanted to reach out to some people.
So Kathy went to the reunion page where Dirk was an administrator.
And voila, it was magic.
As the two quickly connected over their love of gardening and antiquing.
We've been talking amongst, the Facebook Messenger for a number of months. And I said, I'm going to be in the Quad Cities. Why don't you ask me out on a date?
And from that moment on, there's been a feeling it was meant to be.
And it didn't take long to know that meeting you felt like coming home.
Sometimes it's like we're reading each other's minds. There have been times when I was feeling very lonely, and now you're going to get me crying. I just wished to hear from him, and within minutes I would hear from him, and that didn't happen just once, that happened frequently.
After dating for 3 years,
I had asked her if she wanted to get married, and she said, well, no.
But that was early on.
I don't want to give up the benefits that I get from my husband's Social Security.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you most certainly did. So this past Christmas, she was disappointed that she didn't get a little box for a present.
You may kiss one another.
And as to any concerns about being married later in life?
Our concerns are losing family and someday losing one another, but I think we both realize that we want to be there for the other person.
Yeah, to have the companionship.
Reporting for KY3, I'm Joe Hickman.
That couple will make their home in Springfield. Kathy says she picked Valentine's Day to get married so Dirk would not forget their anniversary. Pretty tough one to forget.